Hey guys, how is it going? Welcome back to some more overpowered players. Now indeed you guys really did enjoy the last ones. We did each individual league and you guys showed massive support on it, and ever since I released those videos you guys have been asking for me to do something similar and just to bring it back because you enjoyed it and you found it useful, and some of you guys really did say that you didn't know a certain player was OP. You tried him and you went from like Div 5 to Div 1, so it really was, that's the whole point of me doing this. It's to help you guys, and a lot of you guys really did find it useful. So we've got something different today. Instead of doing each individual league again, because we've obviously already done that, I've decided to do it basically position based and just to kind of compile the best in their positions. So I've decided to go for today the top 5 goalkeepers, and we're going to do the same for defenders, midfielders, wingers and strikers. I don't think I'm going to do like each individual position, although I could do. But let me know in the comments what you think of that, whether you want each individual position or just as a whole. So basically we're going to go into it today, and I wanted to just say before we get into it, what I mean by overpowered is maybe different to some people's interpretation. I believe overpowered to be someone relatively low rated, someone maybe like 84, 85 rated that you wouldn't think would be good. Like for example, I could just fill this list with Schmeichel, Buffon, De Gea, Handanovic and Bayer, you know, the legend goalkeepers and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily think that that's classed as overpowered, because you're paying 100, 200, 300,000 coins for these players. You expect them to perform, you expect them to be overpowered. If I had a Neuer and a shot went straight down the middle and he misses it, I would be pretty pissed. But you know, if an 81 rated goalkeeper did that, I kind of think that would be okay. But overpowered for me is somebody who's low rated that you don't expect to perform well, and they do. So with that in mind, our 5th goalkeeper on the list today is Ralph Farman. A nice Bundesliga goalkeeper. A guy that I do tend to use in squad builders. Sometimes I use Leno now, but Farman is a goalkeeper I go to. Obviously his kicking is really not great, but the rest of his card is really good. You know, 87 reflexes, 85 positioning, 86 handling as well, 83 diving is good. Being 6'5" is important. I really feel like tall goalkeepers are important in this game. Obviously he's got to avoid using weaker foot. Pushes up for corners, comes for crosses, so he's a good commanding goalkeeper. And being 6'5" as well, he's going to win most of those corners that he comes for. He's just a really solid goalkeeper. Tall goalkeepers really do well in this game. Not to say that's all that does well, but that's mainly what does well. And Farman is a very good goalkeeper. So number 4 on this list, we've got my Liverpool boy. I'm not biased, but Loris Karius is number 4 on this list. Although his card maybe isn't as great as someone like Farman's, maybe he doesn't have any outstanding world-class stats, and the fact that he's not as tall, he's only 6'3", that doesn't distract from the fact that he's still amazing. You know, he's puncher, long thrower, comes for crosses. The long thrower really comes in handy, especially with counter attacks being so good in this game. Having that long throw trait can really hurt your opponents. And Karius is one of those goalkeepers that I've come up against all the time, like for example this weekend in Foot Champions, and it just makes save after save. Like I play against other keepers and they'll maybe finish the game with 1 or 2 saves. Every time I play someone like Karius or Farman, they finish with 7, 8, 9 saves every game. They never seem to have a bad game, and that's why Karius is on this list. Number 3, we've got Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Much like Karius, he's not like the tallest keeper. 6'2" is good, but someone like 6'5" for Farman is very good. Has a 4-star weak foot for a goalkeeper, which is awesome. 83 kicking as well, which means in a panic, if you panic pass back to the keeper, he'll be able to clear it away and kick it. Like some goalkeepers, when they kick it, obviously they sometimes just kick it straight up in the air because their weak foot's maybe not good. Having a 4-star weak foot, he'll belt it down the field, which is a nice trait to have. A solid card, you know, obviously not any outstanding stats. Again, sweeper keeper and comes for crosses. So really they're 2 key traits that I look for in a goalkeeper. And again, ter Stegen, we're just really building up in kind of overpoweredness, because as we go forward in these get more overpowered. And in my opinion anyway, this is only my opinion, but I'm sure most people will agree. But ter Stegen, really good goalkeeper, really good shot stopper. Probably in this list, probably one of the best shot stoppers in this list, and deserves his place. Number 2, we have got Diego Alves, a guy that I rave on about all the time. And when I build cheap La Liga squads, is the go-to goalkeeper. For like the past 3 years, he's really been the go-to goalkeeper for me. He is only 6'2", and his trait is cautious with crosses. So not necessarily the best from corners, and when you look at his card, handling, kicking, positioning, not great. His diving and reflexes are fantastic. His speed is great as well. So on face value, he's one of those keepers that you would literally not look at and go, no, I don't want him. But he's one of those keepers that surprises you, because when you do try him and when you do give him a go, he's really OP. Like, he's probably the best shot stopper in this list. Like, every time I use Alves, I'm never disappointed. Like, I come up against him and he's OP, and I think that's why I always go with Alves, because he's just makes save after save. Like, ones where you go, that's a goal, and he'll pull out a save and you go, oh my god, he saved it. So yeah, that's why I was in this list. And then number 1 is Jack Butland. I got a lot of I wouldn't say hate for this, but a lot of people were saying, where is Butland, when I did the OP BPL players, and I was silly not to put him in, because I knew Butland was good and I didn't put him in, and I don't know why. But Butland, you can just see ultimate keeper. He's got a good card, not a great card. 3-star weak foot's nice for a goalkeeper. 6'5", which is great, and also comes for crosses. So he's really, in terms of got the card, the stats, the height and the traits, he's really probably the most well-rounded keeper here, and he is OP as. He is as OP as it gets when it comes to a low-rated goalkeeper. Pretty much saves everything that comes at him. We'll finish with 10, 12. Sometimes we'll pull you out of games. Like, games where you're getting battered in, he will just keep making saves and keep giving you a chance to score whilst the score is even. And Butland is just one of those keepers that you just must have in your team. If you're looking for a cheap goalkeeper in the BPL, look no further than Jack Butland. He's the guy to go for. He is the guy to go for, probably regardless of rating or what. Butland is one of the keepers I would go for. But here are the top 5 goalkeepers, guys. So that's it for today, guys. So if you do want to see those defenders, let me know if you want to see it in like each individual position or just as a whole. Maybe if we do it as a whole, or maybe do it as like top 10 defenders. If we do it individual, I'll keep it at top 5. But let me know. Make sure you leave a like on this if you want to see more. Make sure you do that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. That's all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.
There's something